All right. Okay. You'll see my screen here. Okay, so yeah, welcome guys to our last class. So it's continuing the chapter 5 algebra expression, okay, or ungkapan algebra. Okay, so this is our part 2, right? Okay, so before we start our class, I would like you all to scan this QR code so that you can get the handouts, yeah, for this chapter lah. Okay. All right, so I give you 10 seconds. You can scan, take out your phone and scan this, or our moderator will send a link, okay, on the chat box also. Yeah, there is it. So you can access to it. Yeah. Okay. All right. 2, 1. All right. So we'll head into our class. Okay. Right. It's the same thing. Okay. For this chapter, this part 2 section, why we need to learn this, okay, is to solve algebra expression involve addition and subtraction. Okay, so previously the last week we have talked about what is algebra expression. Okay, how do we form algebra expression? Okay, what's the difference, like term, unlike term, and all that. So for this week we are looking into, okay, this one is the arithmetic progression. So that's mean you need to use addition, subtraction, and also multiplication and divide. Okay, so these are the sample. Okay, these are the sample that this is addition. Okay, because there's two algebra expression and you add it together, right? So this is how you do for addition and subtraction. And multiplication is they both multiply each other or they divide each other. Okay, yeah, so this is how we do it. Okay, so without further ado, let's head into our first question. Okay, so on the notes there, we also provided the question. Okay, you can just follow the question that I have. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first question, and it says that, okay, Isla's height is, okay, 5x minus 8 cm. Okay, so this is the what? This is the algebra expression. Okay, so and then he said, and her sister's height is x minus 9 cm. Okay, so that means Isla's height is this, okay, 5x minus 8. Her sister height is x minus 9. Okay, we have these two statements here. And for A, it says, what is the difference in heights? Okay, different is height, in heights, okay? Okay, and then between the Isla's and her sisters, okay, in terms of x. Okay, so we need to find the difference, okay? So apa perbezaan, okay, dalam height dia, dalam ketinggian mereka, okay? Ayla dengan adiknya. Okay, so kita nak cari perbezaan dia. Okay, kalau nak cari perbezaan, kita nak tolak, okay? So we need to subtract. Okay, so we need to use the Ayla's height minus her sister's height. Okay, so then we can get the answer. Okay, so this is how we do for A. And then B, okay, calculate the total heights of their families. Okay, their total heights. Okay, so that means jumlah ketinggian, okay, dalam keluarga mereka. Okay, if her father's height is 8x plus 2 cm and her mother's height is 5x minus 7. Okay, so it's very clearly states here her father's and her mother's height here. So what we need to do if we see total heights, we need to add, okay, tambah. So kita tambah Alia, okay, Ayah and her sister and the father and her mother. So all we tambah together, we add together, then we can get the final answer. All right. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds on here to read the question. Okay. All right. So let's jump into the solution part. Okay. Okay. So the first one, which says perbezaan, okay? The difference in height. So Ayah, okay? Ayah's height is 5x minus 8. And then we list down. Her sister's is x minus 9, okay? In cm. So what we do, just now we say, we use Ayah's height minus Ayah's sister's height. So that is 5x minus 8 minus then x minus 9, okay? So we do our calculation. So here you need to be careful, this part. Okay, you need to be careful this part where minus, this one minus, actually there's a 1 here. So you multiply inside, it will become minus. And then here there's a negative, multiply with a negative, you will get positive. So this is how you open the bracket, okay? So in this part 2, where you need to take note is this part, okay? How do you open the bracket of these two algebra expression? Okay, so how do you open the bracket? So then we will get 5x minus 8, okay, minus x plus 9, okay, because of this minus multiplied with positive, okay, then we get negative, okay, negative, positive, negative, 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 you get positive. All right, so this is how we solve. And then what we do, okay, the same terms, okay, 5x, we can minus with x. So we get 4x, okay, minus 8 plus 9, okay, kita dapat 1. Okay, so this is how we solve for this question. All right, so we get in terms of x, okay, 4x plus 1 is the answer. All right, okay, so any question? Any question on this? Okay, yep. So this is very easy. I hope you can get the concept of it. You just need to minus, okay? So we learn about how do we minus and how do we add together. Okay, so here is the tambah part, okay? It's add. Okay, we list down the father's height is how much? 8x plus 2. Okay, then Aoya's mother height is 5x minus 7. Okay, so and then here we know Aoya's height and Aoya's sister's height. All right, and then what we do, we add, okay, we tambah semua, okay, semua together. So we add everything together. So for this part, which is a positive here, which is a plus here, so it's very easy. We just open all the bracket, okay. So there's no effect on each sign, okay. So 8x plus 2 plus 5x minus 7 plus 5x minus 8 plus x minus 9. Okay, so the whole thing, we open the bracket, and then we will get this equation, this algebra expression. Therefore, okay, so we need to kumpulkan, okay, kumpulkan terms yang sama, okay. Let's see which terms is the same. It's like 8x is the same, right? 8x with 5x, 5x, and x. So we add it together, we'll get how much? We get 19x, okay? And then the others is 2 minus 7 minus 8 minus 9. And we'll get a negative 22. So it's like 19x minus 22. All right? So this is how we get the answer, okay? Because the question asks us to find in terms of x, okay? In terms of x, right? Okay, dalam sebutan x, okay? Kita nak cari dalam sebutan x. So, this is the answer. This is the answer. Okay? Alright. So, for this part, we learn how to minus. And for this part, we learn how to add, okay? Tambah. So, tolak dan tambah dalam ungkapan algebra. Okay? So, this is the first question. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to have a look and write it down. Or you want screenshot also can. Okay. All right. Okay, so for our second question, okay, we move on to our second question. Okay, so let's see ya. Kita lihat sini. Okay, the age of Azhar's mother, was 4 times the age of Azhar last year. Okay, so you see here, don't be confused. We look at this first part. As age of Azhar's mother was 4 times the age of Azhar last year. Okay, so and then it says if Azhar is n years old now. Okay, so dia cakap Azhar okay, umur Azhar, okay, dia represent dengan n, okay, dengan unknown n. And then state the age of Azhar's mother 7 years in the terms of 7 years later in the terms of n. Okay, so we need to state, okay, in the terms of n 7 years later. Okay, this is the final answer we need to find. Okay, right. So we see here the first statement and the second statement. Okay, so remember there's two statements. Okay, the first statement here and the second statement. Okay, so yeah, this is the age, okay, between the mother and the son. Okay, alright, kita lihat step dia macam mana kita cari. Okay, so remember just now it says the age of Azhar's mom is 4 times the age of Azhar. Okay, so we get this ready. But do remember, it says what? Okay, last year. The keyword here is last year. Okay, so we know that the mother's age was 4 times the age of Azhar. So you can represent the age of mother by M. Okay, you can use M to represent. Okay, is or was. Okay, we put a equal sign, and then 4 times the age of Azhar. That means 4 times. Okay, the Azhar just now we say we need to represent by N. Okay, so we put an N there. Okay, so like how we do here. Okay, but it just now say last year. Okay, tahun lepas. Okay, so tahun lepas kita nak tolak satu. Okay, we need to minus 1 year because it's last year. Okay, if you say oh your age to this year is 18 or 17. Okay, 17. Let's say. So if you last year, which is 16, so you need to minus 1. Okay, so Azhar's mom minus 1. Okay, okay, umur dia nak tolak satu. Okay, umur Azhar juga nak tolak satu. Okay, so this is the format. How do you write? Okay, so if you want to represent it as in a unknown or variables, so you can represent the mother is M. Okay, small letter M. Okay, tolak satu. Okay, equals to 4 times. Okay, Azhar tolak satu juga. Okay, so okay, because last year, right? Okay, so how do we find the M? Because we need to know what's the algebra expression for her mother. Okay, so we need to move other stick to the right hand side. Okay, so move for to find M. Okay, so we first do the right hand side first. Okay, so 4 and okay, this one the relationship between these two is multiplied. So kita nak buat apa? So kita nak okay multiply. Okay, we multiply 4n. Okay, minus 4. Okay, and then here is the minus. We put it. We move it to the right hand side, and we'll get a plus. So eventually we'll get m equals to 4n minus 3. Okay, m is equal to 4n minus 3. Okay, so this is the first one, what we have done. Okay, all right, are you clear here? Okay, is it clear for you? How do we solve this? Okay, yeah, because it's last year. Okay, tahun lepas kita nak tolak satu. Okay, so and then after that it's just the maths we move around. We need to find m is how much. Okay, but do remember just now it says, okay, let's see the question again. The question says state the age of Azhar mom 7 years later. Okay, 7 tahun lalu. Okay, 7 tahun lepas. Okay, so 7 years later. So if 7 years later, we need to tambah 7. Okay. So we have Azhar mom is M equals to 4N minus 3. So if you want to know 7 years later, what's the age? So what we need to do? We need to add. Okay. Kita nak tambah 7. Okay. Dalam right hand side ini. Okay. So we can only get the equation, the expression. Okay. So if we tambah 7 here, then we will get how much? M equals to 4N plus 4. Okay. All right. So maybe you will ask why we don't add a 7 at the M here. Okay. Okay. So if you add 7 here, then you add 7 here, then eventually if you move the 7 to here, then it will be cancelled off. Okay. So that is not correct because M is already represent. Okay, sorry, the 4N minus 3 is already represent the M. Okay, so we just need to add a 7 here, then we can get the answer for M because they are equal. Okay, mereka yang sama. M dengan 4N plus 4 is the same thing. Okay, so we just need to add a 7 and we'll get this. Okay, so jawapannya 4N plus 4. Okay, 4N plus 4. Right? 4N plus 4 is the answer. Okay, so this is how you calculate the 7 years later Azhar moms. Okay, the age of Azhar's mom. Right? Any question? Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, so this is how we do it. This question a bit of K-bar question. Okay, we need to think. Okay, what we need to add or minus. Okay, all right. I'll give you a few seconds to write down. Okay, so we move on. We move on to question 3. Okay. All right. It says here. Okay. It is given that ax plus b multiply ax plus b multiply ax plus b equals to 9x minus 2 power to n. Kuasa n sini. Where a, b and n are integers. Integers. Kita ada belajar integers, that means it is whole number. There's no decimal, there's no fraction. So integers. Whole number. So determine the values of a, b and n. So we need to know what is a, what is b, and what is the value for n. So let's see. Let's see how we do. Step by step solution. So we list down first. Ax plus b multiplied. So 3 times. Kita nampak dia multiplied dengan 3 times. So they multiplied together. So it is the similar. Wait. So let me take something out. All right. Let me draw. So I will show you. If you see here, if we represent this as 3, and then we multiply with 3 again, then we multiply with 3 again. Is it okay? We can write it as 3 power 3, right? So kalau kita multiply 3 kali, kita boleh tulis dalam 3 kuasa 3. So it's the same concept of this. We use in this because it is a algebraic form. In algebraic expression. So it's the same concept. Right? So let's see. So it's actually the 9x minus 2, we multiplied 3 times. So, kalau ada 3, okay, the n surely will be 3. So, if they have the same 9x minus 2, if multiplied 4 times, 5 times, even 6 times, then if the number, if the, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if it's 5, then the n here, the kuasa sini, it will be 5. Okay? So it will be 5. For here, it's 3 times. So n is 3. Okay? And then you see, we match. So A is what? How much? A is 9. Okay? And then B is not 2, but negative 2. Okay? So B will be negative 2. If here is positive, then you take just 2, positive 2. But there's a negative, you need to include the negative in. Alright? So, kita dapat A adalah 9, B, okay, negative 2, then N is 3. Okay? So this is how we identify, okay, the coefficient we say, okay, A, B, and N. All right. Okay. Okay. So this is how we identified it. Okay. All right. So we use the concept of the power to 3. Okay. Okay. So this will be quite simple. And okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to question 4. Okay, question 4. Okay, so we see here, Aina makes a cubic model. Okay, a cubic model, which is, okay, kita lihat cubic model with a manila card. So dia guna manila card untuk buat satu cube. Okay, satu cube. So if the volume of the cube is, okay, 2 plus 3p, okay, cube. Okay, ada cube sini. Okay, the volume. Okay, and then find the total surface area of the cube in terms of P. Okay. All right. Okay, so we see the volume, right? We see the volume. And then find the total surface area. Okay. So itu question dia nak tanya apa? Find the total surface area. Dia nak total surface area. How much? Okay. And then in the terms of P, dalam sebutan P. Okay. All right. Okay. Or before that, so yeah, you can see the picture here. So maybe they fold it with the manila card like this. Okay. So I guess you all have played this before. Like how do you fold a cube? Okay. So this is something like this lah. Okay. How they make it. Okay. So kita lihat sini. Okay. We look again So dia guna manila card. Okay. And they fold it into this. Okay. And then become this. All right. Okay. So just now, okay, you remember the question said, what does the question say? The question said volume dia. Volume of the cube is how much? Here. So the volume is actually V is equals to 2 plus 3p. Okay, dia ada square. Okay. So that means what? The volume, they times 3 times the length, okay? Volume, okay, of cube is the same, right? The length, the width, and the height, semua sama, okay? The length is the same, okay? It's the same. So we can assume that all is the same, okay? The length is the same, the width is the same, and the height is the same. Semua yang sama, okay? Because it is volume, so it write it as, okay, kuasa 3. Okay. All right. So then we can assume that the length is 2 plus 3p only. Okay. So the length is 2 plus 3p. Okay. So remember, so the length, width, and height of a cube, yang semua sama. Okay. So what is next? Okay. So we need to find the total surface area. Kita nak cari total surface area. Okay, bukan surface area yang satu saja, tapi yang 6. Okay, if you know the square or the cube have 6 faces, so you need to find the total 6 faces. What's the area? Okay, so to do that, we need to find the area of a square first. Okay, so area of the square first before we find the whole thing lah. Okay, so area, how do we do? We use what? Length times width, or you want length times height also. Okay, also can. So 2x plus 3p times 2x plus 3p. Okay, so kita dapat apa? Kita dapat 2x 2 plus 3p square. Okay, so kita ada square because 2 are the same. You can put it as square. Okay, it's the same thing. So if the question give you the length is 6 and here is 6, here is 6, the same concept you can use like this. Okay, 6 times 6, okay, equals to 6 square. Okay, 6 square. Okay, but okay, I know that you can 6 is 36, right? Okay, but we don't do that. Okay, sorry, but we don't do that. Okay, because it is an algebra expression. Okay, it's an algebra expression. So you haven't learned how to maybe how to multiply it. Okay, so we use square first. Okay, it's easier. Okay, it's easier. So we put 2 plus 3p square. Okay, so this is the area. Kita dapat area. Lepas tu kita cari total surface area. 6 surface. Okay, the whole cube there's 6 surface. Okay, so we just use 6. Okay, multiplied 2 plus 3p square. Okay, so so we can get the answer is 6. Okay, multiplied 2 plus 3p, okay, square. So this is how we get the answer. Okay, yeah, so this is the answer for this question. Okay, if you know how to open it, okay, kalau kau tahu macam mana nak buka bracket ni, okay, so you can try also. But for your syllabus here, this is this will lead you to the quadratic equation. Okay, so kita belum belajar lagi. Okay, you'll learn in a higher maybe next year or next 2 years. Okay, so this is the how do you calculate the total surface area. All right. Okay. Okay, so you get the concept of the kuasa, the power. Okay, there's power 2, there's power 3. Okay, so depends on the number you multiply. Okay, but the criteria is you need to have both of them are the same or 3 of them are the same. Only you can use the power. Okay, right. So this one a bit kebat also. So it's a good question here. Okay, all right. So we move on to the next question. Okay. Okay, give you some time to write down. Okay. All right. So yeah, the fifth question here. Simplify each of the following. Okay. So kita nak simplify. Okay. That means kita nak ringkaskan. Okay. Kita nak ringkaskan the equation, the expression here. Okay. The expression here, we need to simplify it. All right. Okay. So the A here is 18x y plus 10 y power 3 z. Okay, over 15x z, okay, power 2. Okay, we look at this first. Okay, how do we simplify it? Okay, macam mana kita nak ringkaskan? Okay, so as we can see here, what we get is 18xy, okay, multiplied 10y cubed z. Okay, all right. So we do the top part first. Okay, the top first. Okay, so we see. Okay, which one which one is similar? Okay, okay, the y. See, we see the y. So, okay, we can multiply together, right? So y, if we multiply together, we can get y power to 4. Okay, so we assume, oopsie, oh, wait, huh? Okay, so we assume that, okay, we assume that the y here is 1, power to 1. Okay, so if we multiply with y power to 3, then we will get y power to 4. Okay, all right, so then x, we don't have anything to multiply, so we remain if x. Okay, and z also the same. And then don't forget, 18 you can times with 10. Okay, so 18 you times 10 is 180. Okay, x, y power 4, z. Okay, okay, so this is how we do it. And then we remain the 15 x z 2. Okay, power to 2 at below. Okay, okay, so until here, the next step we do is to divide already. Okay, is to divide. Okay, so how do we get this this answer? Is okay, so kita lihat ada x dengan x. Okay, so x dengan x kita boleh cancel off. Okay, we can cancel it off. Okay, like this. You can cancel x and x because they divide. Okay, they divide together. All right. So the concept is like this. For here, the x is 1. Okay, power to 1. Below here also x power to 1. So if you want to move there, if you want to move it up, okay, you will get, okay, if you want to divide, you want to become multiply, also can, but the power become -1. Okay, so that's a law. Okay, that's a law. It says if both are known, okay, they multiply. So the power here, okay, the power here you need to plus. Okay, so we plus -1. So eventually you will get 0. Okay, so you get 0, you get nothing. Okay, yeah, so it's 1 lah. Okay, it's 1. So we don't need to write anything. Okay, kita tak payah tulis apa-apa. Okay, because the answer will be 1 if they have the same number here. Okay, if x and x cancel off. Okay, all right, so for y, okay, nothing you need to cancel with y. Okay, but for z we have. Okay, kita lihat z. Okay, z sini power 1. Okay, sini power 2. Okay, so the most easier way is, okay, we see which one is bigger. Okay, if power 2 at bottom is bigger, then we remain the down one. Okay, we cancel off this one, we cancel off, then we remain z. Okay, so it's the same concept. The same concept, z power to 1, right? Over z power to 2. Then equals to z powers to 1 times. Okay, kalau kita divide nak tukar kepada times, okay, so kita punya kuasa nak change to negative. Okay, so the same thing, z need to plus. Okay, so kita dapat apa? Okay, -1. Okay, so -1 kita letak bawah. Okay, it will become +1. So here will be z. Okay, so this is just a concept for you to understand. Okay, so how do we get this one? All right, and then 180 divide by 15, you will get 12. Okay, which we write at above. All right. Okay, so 12y power to 4 over z, which is the answer. Okay. All right, and then for b, okay, kita belum lihat b lagi. Okay, so b here we also have we add on a multiply here. Okay, so minus, okay, -8 pq over 12 p square q multiplied -3 p square q cube. Okay, there's a 3 here. Right? So how do we solve it? Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, the same concept. Okay, everything same concept. Okay, so okay, kita buat multiplied dulu. Okay, we do the multiplication. So if you see here, there's a multiplied this algebra expression. Then we can just multiply the above. Okay, we can multiply with above. So what we get here is, okay, negative 8 times negative 3. Then we'll get, okay, 8, 3, 24. Okay, negative, negative, positive. So 24. And then kita dapat P multiplied dengan P square. So kita dapat P cube. Okay, then Q multiplied with Q cube. So kita dapat Q power to kuasa 4. Okay, so we solve the top first, then we can solve both bottom one. Okay, so we have this already, and then the 12p square q will remain. Okay, so we get, okay, get the 2 here, because 24 divided by 12, we will get 2, right? 24 divided by 12, we get 2. And then p cube, okay, and p square. Okay, so we cancel off this one. Okay, then we remain p. Okay, it's the same concept just now as I told you just now. If you don't know or still confused, you can use the concept just now. You look back, and then you can use the concept just now. Then eventually you get a p here. And for q also the same. So can cancel, and then here you change to 3. Okay, because the tolak 1. Okay, so it becomes 3 power 3. So is the answer, final answer is how much? It's 2p, okay, q square. Okay, sorry, q cube. Okay, so 2p q kuasa dengan 3. Okay, then that will be your final answer. Okay, that's the most simplest form. Okay, yang paling ringkas one. Okay, so then you will get this expression. Okay, all right. So this is how we solve it. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's it. Okay. Thank you for your attention for today. All right. So now it's Q&A session. Okay. All right. I give you maybe a 1 minute. Okay. Anyone have question? All right. Okay. Okay. So I think, yep, that's all for today. All right. I hope everyone enjoy our session from the past 3 weeks. Okay, until now. Okay. Thank you everyone that support us, and then that join our class. Okay, or you have shared to your friend. Okay, so we are very grateful. Okay, you are here with us until today. Okay, so yeah, so remember, you can our moderator will send a evaluation form. Okay, you can give us a feedback. Okay, anything, if you want us to improve, you can comment inside the evaluation form. Okay, so I hope you have a blessed week. Okay, and we'll see you. Okay, we'll see you again lah, if we have our next event or series. Okay, all right, so thank you everyone. Bye bye.